Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Qudash. Double honors to the Apostle Elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the whole elect. Yeah, I found this article not a couple, but hours ago on BBC News, and it says VR helps parents visualize child surgery. And this goes into Revelation, the 13th chapter. I'm just going to get this quick precept, talking about the miracles that he was able to do. Because all that, as we're going to go into the article, I'll read it, most of it. It's just, using technology in order to see what goes on, I think, inside the child's brain, or for to do the surgery on his brain because something's wrong with his brain. And these are the miracles that the 13th chapter, Revelation 13 and verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. And this right here is that miracle. His technology is how he's able to help people. As you can see, they have that virtual reality thing, which that virtual reality thing is supposed to be for video games, but now they're using it to to see, for surgery now. Now they're using it in the medical field now. Something that was once used for video games is now being used in the medical field now. You know, if you play video games, they use these VR things, which VR just means virtual reality, which Lord's willing, I've been meditating on the whole metaverse, and Lord's willing, I could do a video on that as well. That whole VR, and I think it's also called AR. AR is called augmented reality, but it's all, to them, it's all reality. So Lord's willing, I could do a video on that, but they're using something that would be used for a video game and now using it for the medical field now. And it's very funny because with the whole metaverse thing, that's pretty much what you use. You'd use this VR system over your eyes, and you know. And also the symbolism here as well. It's like, with this whole, situation going on the earth, you have the mask covering your nose and mouth so you can't say nothing, and now you have something covering your eyes. It's like, don't speak, we don't want you to see nothing. Like, what's going on here, man? It looks so weird. Like, just. But let's get into it. It says 6-month-old Archie was born with a condition where the growth lines in his skull had fused too early. His parents needed to make a difficult decision: opt for the risk of surgery, or let nature take its course with the physical and psychological impacts which would follow. But thanks to a pioneering new technology, which that's the miracles, and I'll get the definitions for those as well later on after the article. Amanda and Jude, I'm not saying that last name. Sorry, I tried to figure out how to say it, couldn't figure it out. So, Amanda and Jude were able to see what the changes would be beforehand in virtual reality. So now something that was used for video games, like I said, is being now used for the medical field. That the doctor behind it says is more information than most parents get. Archie's condition, known as sagittal stenosis, means that as his brain grows, the skull cannot grow sideways to accommodate it. Instead, it expands to the front and back, distorting the head shape. While the condition is not life-threatening, it can cause speech and language delay, as well as raise intracranial pressure. Excuse me. So that would be the boy right there, and actually you can see that the front of his head is expanding, like they said. It's been quite overwhelming, said his mother, Amanda. Hold on, wait a minute. Amanda and Jude. This might be two women. Now I realized that. I didn't catch that. Amanda and Jude. It's been quite overwhelming, said his mother, Amanda. There have been a lot of appointments and a lot of time away from work. So Amanda and Jude, yeah, this is two women. Blood clot. So Amanda and Jude did not hesitate when Great Ormond Street Hospital for Children offered them opportunity to be the first to use groundbreaking new artificial intelligence, AI, that technology, being used to help people. New artificial intelligence platform that predicts the outcome of life-changing operation in virtual reality. So technology is able to predict and see the future and know what's going to happen beforehand. Mm. At their first consultation, the immersive environment allowed them to see from all angles a reconstruction of Archie's head generated from a CT scan overlaid on top of this in overlaid on top of this in green was what his head would look like after the reshaping procedure, and that's what you can see. And that's literally how the graphics are a little bit better when you're. I guess this. I'm not sure how long this technology has been out, but when I've seen certain things of the virtual reality, the graphics look a little bit better than that. But that's generally how it would be. That's generally how it would look. The algorithms needed to create these latter images have been made possible by the harnessing of data from 60 operations over the course of the last 7 years. We're excited, and obviously there is always that worry with what he's going to have with what he's going to have done, Amanda said after the consultation. Although it's a lot to take in, it is reassuring to know that what we've got to expect and have Slack. Although it's a lot to take in, it is reassuring to know that's what we've got to expect and have that explained, and we're not going to be waiting and wondering what's happening. But the technology not only allows the couple to see and understand what differences the procedure will make, they're also encouraged to suggest potential modifications to the surgeon. So here it is, like I said, Salak, if I'm saying a lot, but here it is, something that was used for video games is now being used in the medical field to where you can see how the operation is going to go down and what his brain will look like after, and they're using artificial technology. See, this is why I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but screw it. I was going to save it for a little bit later, but that's why when you sit there and go back to Revelation 13, where is it? Yeah. Revelation chapter 13 and 3. And I saw one of his heads as was wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And if I'm not mistaken, when you go to that word wondered, oh, sorry, not wounded. I'm not showing the word wondered here. All right, but I believe the word wonder means to be in amazement of this. And with this technology, that's what people are when they when you sit there and talk about the technology and how it's able to do these things, you see people, they're always amazed at the technology and what it can do. They're fascinated about it. You know, they can't believe that man is able to do such great things with technology, and they look at technology as God, that it can save you from all these things. Now, I don't know if this baby's Israel or not, but, let's just, where's your faith in God? You people sit there and talk about being Christians. Now, I'm not saying that they said they were Christians, but certain people will say they're Christians or they believe in God. Where's your faith in God, baby? What happened to that? Why ain't you praying to DJJC? Why ain't you praying to God? Why don't you believe that God can't, fix up your child? Why you gotta get this surgery done, and you never know what this stuff could do to him, man. What if something goes wrong, and then it messes with his head? And this reminds me of one episode in Black Mirror where the mother, I think she almost lost her child, and she got a potato. I gotta say it that way. The potato chip put inside the child's head, and she was able to see everything that the child was doing, where it was going, had a location on it. And that's the same thing with this technology, man. It's like you're seeing what's going on inside of his head, what's going to happen, and things like that. You know? That's why they wonder after the beast. That's why they wonder after this, because they look at this technology as God. They look at technology as it's the answer for everything. All right, so I'm gonna read from here. It says a few weeks later, his parents having confirmed the decision to go ahead, Archie went in for surgery. The operation involved the insertion of a small spring into his skull, which immediately starts to correct his head shape. The placement and impact of this spring was also illustrated in the VR environment. After 4 weeks, the spring was removed. The technique was invented by Dr. Gilani 13 years ago. Okay, so it's 13 years ago. And had, excuse me, and has not only reduced the operation time from 3 hours to 40 minutes, but has also cut blood transfusions by 90 minutes. And see, this is why, here it was 3 hours at one point. Now it's just 40 minutes. That's why they marvel after technology, because it just cuts the time down. And in this popcorn society where everybody just wants things quick, quick, hey, if you can fix my son's brain within a couple of seconds, cool. But all you have to do is believe. You ain't got to get your head cut open and people looking inside your skull to see what's going on. All you got to do is believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and he'll do it if you be a part of the elect. That's all. Just the power of belief. Just believe, and it'll happen. But nah, you want to get your skull cut up open and do all this craziness for nothing. While the technology was created for one particular... Oh, actually, no. I skipped the part there now. Right, yeah. Slack, yeah. This has led to more predictable outcomes, and it is this predictability that has made the data usable for VR visualizations with 90% accuracy. While the technology was created for one particular condition, it is hoped that it can be applied to many different sorts of surgery in the future. So you see, this VR system is now going to, that was used for video games, is now going to be, who knows what they could do if what they can do with this if they had time. Hey, we gotta fix your son's skull. Nah, soon we'll be able to see inside the human body and do heart transplants and all that with the visual with the VR system. And I believe that the other one is called the AR, which is augmented reality. I'm not too sure about that. I know more about the VR system. But yeah, that's it right there. I just want to get out the definition of miracle in the Greek and Latin. Salakia for the rambling. Lord's willing, this was an edifying video. This helps to the edification for the elect. Phone, let's not act stupid. I already done had this set up, please. Alright, where was it? I believe it was this when I clicked this. And it was this. Okay. So when I looked up Greek miracle in Greek, this is what comes up. It says, what is the Greek word for miracle in the Bible? It says, a miracle is generally defined according to the etymology of the word. It comes from the Greek thumazon, hopefully I'm saying that right, and the Latin miraculum, which I also have that here as well, as that which causes wonder and astonishment, being extraordinary in itself and amazing or inexplicable by normal standards. And that's how people act with the technology. Anytime even with the phones, people like the iPhones, it's the same thing with the iPhone, but yet anytime something comes out, you people act so amazed and wonder, like, oh my God, like my mother has a new phone and she has this. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's somewhat unique. I didn't even know they could do that with the phones. Her phone, it closes in, like it flips in. It doesn't, it's not just like the regular phone where, you just hold it and you just put it in your pocket. Nah, if you want to close the phone, it's like long enough to where you can close it in half, like you would fold a paper. If I could explain, if that helps to explain it. She folds the phone in like a paper. And she's just like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And she just has a big smile on her face. Like, this phone is so fun. I'm like, even though I was like, I never seen nothing like that as well. I didn't even know that you could bend the screen like that. I never thought you would want to bend the phone screen, but hey, whatever. The phone screen kind of bends. and she's just so taken up with the phone, like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And I showed her some things that she doesn't even need to open the phone to answer a call. She could just, like, it has a screen in the front where she could just press it and answer the phone. And she's like, oh my God, I didn't know that you could. I didn't even need to open the phone. That's amazing. That's so cool. And I'm like, okay, whatever. You still answering the fucking phone. Like, to me, it's just like, I was just surprised to see the phone bend like a pretzel, but whatever. But that's how people act when they see these miracles, which is the technology. It causes wonder and astonishment, being extraordinary in itself and amazing or inexplicable by normal standards. Then also, for the word miracle, miracle, a noun meaning amazing or wonderful occurrence, comes from the Latin miraculum, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, object of wonder. Dig way back, and the word derives from, I'm trying very hard to say this word, smyrios, meaning to smile, which is exactly what you do when a miracle happens. And I'm pretty sure when these people had this miracle happen, that they could see what's going on inside the kid's brain with the VR technology, they smiled. And that's what is going to happen with when Esau brings out the MOTB, the the potato chip. They're gonna use it to make the blind see, to make people walk if if you're paralyzed and things like that. And when people see these things, they're gonna wonder and amaze after it, and they're also gonna smile. Let's say a person can't see, but then they get the potato chip in their head, and then now they can see. What are they gonna do? They're gonna be like, oh my God, I can see. They're gonna start smiling and and everybody's gonna wonder and amaze, like, oh my God, like, that little thing did that. It gave him his eyesight back. Like, that's so amazing. That's so wonderful. What else can it do? And people are going to fall in line and want to get it, and, things like that. And then if it could, uh, like I gave the other example with somebody who's paralyzed, help them to walk again. But Yahweh Shah did all these miracles, and he didn't put nothing in people. Like with the woman with the issue of blood, when he touched her, she said, if I just but touch his garment, I shall be whole. And then when Yahushua said he felt like the virtue left him, he found her. He was like, daughter, thy faith had made thee whole. She didn't have to, and even that, I believe it's in Mark the 5th chapter, giving a little bit of her backstory. It even says that she went to the doctors and said nothing helped her. But when she went to Yahushua and she believed, she said she was convicted in her mind. She said, if I but touch his garment. She didn't need to speak to him. She didn't need him to look at her. They didn't need to make eye contact. All she said is that if I only just touch his garment, I'll be made whole. That's how much she believed in Yahweh Shai, that he was, and believed in the miracles that he was able to do by the power that was given unto him by his father Yahweh. That's the power of belief. That's the real power right there. Those are the real miracles. These right here is false miracles. And we're gonna come into a time to see whose miracles is gonna stand in these last days. Is it gonna be the miracles of Esau and his technology, or is it gonna be the miracles of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua that he's gonna do through his men? But Salakia for rambling if I went on a rambling there. But yeah, this is, Lord's willing, this was an edifying video. Want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.